references to submit that. But that's $500 on the local. Then that local winner gets submitted to the state, and the state scholarship is an additional $1,000. And the winner of the state scholarship then gets turned into our national headquarters and is competing then on the national level, which is an additional $10,000.
Do you know if we've had anyone from Coffee County that goes to state and national to become a recipient of that scholarship?
So far, not since my tenure of being here. We've had very good applicants, and I do know a couple of years ago we had a tie for the state scholarship between a Wayne County recipient. And when they come through the tiebreaker, the Wayne County recipient wound up getting the state. Well, so we've had some Coffee County ones that ranked real high, though.
We're just grateful the opportunity is there. What would you say is the greatest accomplishment for the National Wild Turkey Federation?
I think probably to sum it up, it would be that to be able to, over the years, had a great and continue with a great partnership with both state and national partnerships that has helped us in the conservation field to do all the work that we've been able to do. And we've been successful with that enough that we actually have a couple of our upper management people that actually go to Washington, D.C. and they help whenever the farm bill is being written. They help be instrumental in guiding our national leaders that are making decisions that impacts our wildlife and our conservation. A lot of folks may not realize, but that's all really comes through our farm bill. So the farm bill is not just about farming, it's also about fishing and hunting and conservation too. So we're proud to know that we have two of our employees that are looked highly upon to bring in their expertise and their guidance to help do that. So I think that's one of the greatest accomplishments, I guess, is to prove that we do what we set out to do, and we do it the right way for the benefit of everyone.
Well, that's a great accomplishment. What does the future hold for
future right now is looking great for the Turkey Federation. You know, we've struggled some, all of us here in our country, over the last going over 4 or 5 years now with our economy kind of up and down, but good Lord's blessed us at Turkey Federation, and we have been able to survive it and come out of it really in better shape. And so the future looks great for us. We just broke ground on the largest project we've ever undertaken in the history of the Turkey Federation, and it's a $10 million project. We're building the state-of-the-art shooting complex, going to be known as the Palmetto Shooting Complex, and it's in Edgefield, South Carolina, where our headquarters are at. And it'll be for all shooting programs, pistol, rifle, archery. And so it's quite an investment. We're going to be able to take people out. They're going to be able to camp, fish. Total conservation projects going on up there. A little over 800 acres is being managed the proper way now, so that people will be able to come in and see wildlife in its natural settings, be able to enjoy all the shooting sports and everything. So the future's looking great for us right now.
Well, great. You know, and while you're here today, we just have to talk about this because this makes the 4th annual South Georgia Outdoor Expo. And from the beginning, you all have been on board with us, and I, on behalf of the City of Douglas and this community, thank you so much for your participation. Just bringing your name to the event means so much to us, and you do more than that, and I want to give you an opportunity to share with everyone. But for those who do not know, the 4th Annual South Georgia Outdoor Expo is coming up August the 23rd and 24th at Central Square Complex. But I have to kind of back up because we started off on that Thursday night with the Wild Game Supper.
Right.
And our speaker this year is going to be Captain Tommy Clack.
Great. He's
a Vietnam veteran.
Yep.
And so he's going to be our speaker. And you say, well, how are veteran and all that tied into it? We're just starting to kind of publicize that, so we haven't gotten that out a lot. But in spite of his disabilities that he may have, he still is an avid hunter and fisher.
Yep.
So fisherman. So we bringing him in, but you all are involved with that as well. So kind of tell us what you all do during the Wild Game Supper, so people can have an idea, because you run an auction
Yes, ma'am, and again, we want to thank you for allowing us to continue on with this expo. We look forward to it every year.
Great.
Matter of fact, I blocked my calendar, so when people call me up to ask me, can I come to Florida or wherever, I tell them, I'm sorry, I'm already booked.
Yes, keep us booked.
But we thoroughly enjoy it. But we come in and help with the wild game dinner that night, which set up for one part. But like you're talking about, we run a little small silent auction, and we usually do one gun that we would raffle. And what we do with the proceeds, though, is we turn right around and we use those proceeds right back here in Coffee County with the shooting program. Coffee County can boast, you have one of the championship BB gun teams in the country. Mm-hmm. The whole nation is right here in Coffee County. And we've partnered up with them over the last 3 or 4 years, and so that's what we do with the fundraising part, is we're supporting those youth right here in Douglas and Coffee County. So that's what we do at the Wild Game Dinner. Then we, during the expo itself, we bring in a enclosed BB gun range. So again, we're trying to introduce the youth to the shooting sports, and what better way to do it than with a BB gun? Right. You know, that Daisy Red Ryder everybody grew up with. We have those along with some of the more modern BB guns. But our 4-H team, again, that BB gun team, is there helping us do that. So it's a way of us giving back to the community again for allowing us to come in and be part of this community.
What would you say to parents who may be hesitant about putting their kids in shooting program because of the safety aspects, or to ease them into the program? I know you teach safety.
Yes, ma'am, I sure do. That's what I was fixing to touch on, Miss Georgia. Is, a lot of time parents say, "Oh, my child doesn't need to take the hunter safety course," and I go back to them. I said, "Well, yes, they do." I said, because it's really more than hunting. It's really about safety. Is what primarily about. I would encourage all parents to let their children be exposed to the safety training and to the BB guns, at least, because you never know when your child's going to be around a firearm that you're not aware of there. You're going to let your children go spend a night in homes that you don't know whether there's a firearm in that home or not. So it's very, very important for us to teach our children that they are firearms. They're not weapons, they're firearms. They're not toys. And if they're handled properly and our children is educated properly, we ought not to have all the tragedies that we see across this country. So that's the reason why it's very, very important to me to stress safety to the parents, is please let your children, even if you do not own a firearm, please get your children exposed so that they know what to do if they ever get into a situation that a firearm's there.
Okay. Now, during the South Georgia Outdoor Expo, at your booth, will you also be taking memberships?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. We certainly will. And we actually do a special at the Expo. Our annual membership is $35 a year, and it comes with a lot of benefits. Get all kind of discounts. If you want to buy a John Deere tractor or a riding lawnmower, you get a discount. If you want to buy a GM vehicle, you get a big discount for that. You get hotel discounts. I mean, the list is just on and on. But for the Expo special, what we're going to be doing is everyone that comes by the booth and joins for $35, we'll hand them a $25 Bass Pro gift card right there on the spot.
What you say?
So there they got $25 gift card.
Your membership back right there.
You almost certainly do. So
this might be my year to join.
There you go. Come on by and see us, because we'd love to have everyone to be a member.
Okay. Well, again, we thank you for coming today to talk about the National Wild Turkey Federation, and thank you for your involvement with the South Georgia Outdoor Expo. And the booth that Danny's referring to that they have is normally in what we call Gym A, right in the area close to the Snake Show and Norris Shoe Store. So you can look for them in that area if you're going to come by to sign up the membership and then get your Bass Pro card.
That's right. Come on by and see us.
Any other remarks about your organization or the expo before you go today?
Again, we just want to stress to everybody the importance of saving our habitat. Again, not just for the hunt, but they go hand in hand. We can't hunt wildlife if we don't have the habitat. But join up with us to help us, because again, we take your dollars and we match them with foundation dollars and government dollars to make it go out there to the conservation field. So come on by and help us save the habitat, save the hunt.
Okay, and I want to give you an opportunity to share if you have websites, social media sites, and contact information with everyone that's watching.
We certainly do. You can find us at www.nwtf.org. nwtf.org. Or you can also find us on Facebook. So please come on, check us out, and then come by the South Georgia Expo and see us. We'd love to have you.
All right, Danny. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back with more Douglas on My Mind right after this break.
WDTV 13. Programming is sponsored by
Dewey Hayes Jr., attorney at law, selected to the top 100 trial lawyers in the state of Georgia. Storage Solutions, etc., locally owned and operated and located at 1010 Bowens Mill Road, Southeast in Douglas. Roscoe Allen Jr. and Gubus Modular Buildings in Osceola, Georgia. We proudly support local programming on WDTV 13. Crystal Sermons, LLC Legal Services, supporting your local programming, WDTV 13, with offices in Atlanta and Osceola, Georgia.
Study the unique ecology of our region and prepare yourself for an exciting career. South Georgia State College now offers a Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences. Select the Nature and Ecology track to prepare yourself for a fulfilling career in a variety of fields. Or take the Pre-Professional track to lay the groundwork for further studies in medicine, pharmacology, and other health fields. Learn more online at sgsc.edu. South Georgia State College. You matter here.
We are back from break, and thanks for continuing to watch the Douglas on My Mind show. And as you can hear, we are talking about outdoors activities, whether it's related to hunting, fishing, just for outdoor sports enthusiasts. We just heard from Danny Sparks with the National Wild Turkey Federation, and now joining me on the show today is Chris Cape, who is the store manager for Satilla River Outdoors. Welcome to the show today.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. And we wanted these gentlemen here. We had Danny here, and now we have you here, Chris, because we have the South Georgia Outdoor Expo coming up, and Satilla River Outdoors is one of our sponsors, and I thank you. I thank you so much for being one of our sponsors. But just to talk a little bit about your store, if you will, tell us your location and what products you offer at your store.
Okay. Well, we're a outdoor retailer dealing guns, firearms, ammunition, camouflage. We do a bunch of archery stuff and do a little bit of fishing. Store's located at 200 North Madison Avenue here in Douglas, straight across from Holt's Bakery. Most everybody's got some donuts and knows where it's at. So, but we do a little bit of everything. Archery is probably our biggest, service we offer, just because there's nobody else really in town that does anything archery based. A lot of us that work there shoot year round, so we kind of stay in tune with what's going on archery wise, and all of us hunt, and so it just makes it easy, especially going to a job you love every day. And the store's owned by Win Morgan, he's in and out. He's there sometimes and they're not, so most of the time it's just me, and got Brand Hutchison, Jason Burke, and Sarah Brycenia that work with us as well. And we just got a good team up there, and feel like we provide really good customer service to everybody and have good products, and just it works out really well for everybody, and we're grateful for the business we have with Douglas.
Well, that's great. You say you have a variety of products and services that you offer, and you said you're located across from Holt's Bakery, but did you give the physical address?
Yes, ma'am. It's 200 North Madison Avenue. Okay,
great. So you've been in that location now for what, like 2-3 years?
In fact, the day of the expo in 2012, so August 2012, was when we moved into the store. So I guess, this August will be 2 years.
Will you have anything new coming up, and new in additions, program services?
We just put an archery range in the store, so we're going to be looking to do more with that, and start having some shoots at night and stuff. And also I'm planning on contacting NAS programs, which is National After School Archery Program they do in schools. I know Indian Creek and a few other schools here do it, are getting really big into that, and I want to extend offer to help with the schools, any help they need, and try to make sure the kids have all the equipment they need, and maybe even start doing lessons for some of the kids up there, since we have a range and have people that are knowledgeable that can help them with it. But I think that's going to be really beneficial to everybody, since that program in the schools is becoming such a big deal. And also, Coffee County does have a 4-H archery team as well, so we'd like to offer help to them if we can, just try to give the kids a little bit of an edge when they go to competition, and everybody likes to win.
Oh yes,
You know.
oh yes. Bring home champions.
Yes, ma'am.
So what age would you start a youth off in the archery program?
I think in the schools it's like maybe 4th grade and up. There's a lot of kids we